It's Katie from Alma Vita, and today I'm going to take us on a quick tour of the Alma Vita Coaching Culture Program. But before we do, I really want to talk to you briefly about why this is so important for organizations right now. And we talk a lot at Alma Vita about this concept of the 12-year gap. So research has shown that the average age of first-time managers is 30 years old, but the average age of employees receiving leadership training is 42 years old. And that leaves a 12-year gap where leaders are essentially just winging it, which is kind of crazy. If you think about any other discipline, if you got hired for a company to do statistical research, they wouldn't say, oh, we'll train you how to do that in 12 years' time. Of course not. Yet in this field of management, that's what's happening. And this is having really serious implications for teams and organizations throughout the US. And in order to see that a bit more clearly, consider these statistics. 58% of people actually trust a stranger more than their own boss. 50% of people have left a company purely to get away from their manager, and only 13% of people are actually engaged at work. These are pretty sad numbers, and what we really want to do through this program is help leaders develop the skills so they can engage and motivate and support their team members so that your organization doesn't become one of these statistics. And in order to do that, we use a coaching approach. So research has shown, and most notably Project Oxygen, which was a study conducted by Google, that the most important factor differentiating great leaders from weaker leaders is their ability to coach. More and more employees don't want to be told what to do. They want to be supported, they want to be empowered, and they want to be encouraged. And the real benefit as well of coaching your leaders to coach is that it has a ripple effect on the whole organization. So you probably know the saying, give a man a fish and feed them for a day, teach a man to fish and feed him for a lifetime. We have our own spin on this, which goes coach a leader and improve one person, coach a leader to coach and transform the whole organization. So really by coaching leaders to have the skills to really support, empower, and develop their team members, you're not just changing that leader, but you're having positive implications organization-wide. And we found from our data that 82% of leaders feel really clear about the importance of coaching and a coaching culture, but only 9% of leaders say that they feel clear about how they can contribute to building a coaching culture at their organization. And that's what this program is really about. So let's talk a little bit more about what the program is and how it works. Okay, so the program is a hybrid of online and in-person coaching. So it consists of 13 e-coaching modules, which I'll talk to a little bit more soon, as well as 3 coach-facilitated team sessions, 4 one-on-one coaching sessions with an Alma Vita certified coach, and then it finishes with 1 more coaching session, which really gives the leader the opportunity to bring all of their skills together and practice that with one of our experienced coaches. So to take a look at the curriculum of the program, I've got here, this is the dashboard or where the leaders will find the program. So the online components are all on our website. They simply go to my dashboard, my programs, and they'll find it just here. And the program is divided into 5 modules. The first module is really just introducing the program, what it's about, why they've been selected, and also gives them the opportunity to do a quick self-assessment and a 360 review. And we repeat that self-assessment and 360 review at the midpoint and endpoint of the program as well, so that the leader can really track their progress and development based on their own judgment, as well as those of their leaders and direct reports and peers in the workplace. So then the program is divided into 3 core parts, which you see here: understanding coaching, coaching framework, and coaching the individual. So if I expand here, we can kind of see the activities under each of these modules. And we start with really helping the leader understand, what is coaching? What is it not? When do I actually wear my coaching cap as opposed to my management or mentoring or consultant cap as a leader at work? Because there's not always the right time to coach in the workplace. We always say you don't coach someone out of a burning building. It's really important to understand not only what coaching is, but when it's appropriate to coach your team members. We then finish with 2 important coaching skills: active listening and deep questioning, which really sets the foundation of coaching and enables leaders to learn how to support and empower their team members to arrive at their own insights and solutions. Then going into the second part of the program, we have coaching framework. So now that leaders really understand what coaching is and what it isn't, we help them understand how they can really structure a coaching conversation from start to finish. And we use our ADIT framework, which stands for Assess, Discover, Implement, Transition, and really help them with learning the skills to structure a conversation which will help them lead their team members from problem to solution in a really effective way. We then have our 2 coaching skills, which are effective feedback and appreciative inquiry. And then, as I discussed, they have their mid-program checkpoint. Going into the final module, we have coaching the individual. And this is where the leader really learns how to understand their different team members. As we all know, we have very different personalities, preferences, values, passions. So we really help train the leader on not only identifying how to distinguish the differences between their team members, but also how they can tailor their leadership and coaching approach to bring out the best in each of their individual team members. And then we have our 2 coaching skills, which are understanding mindsets, growth first fixed mindset, as well as understanding passions, gifts, values, and purpose, and how they and their team members can use those in really building a fulfilling and successful career path at the organization. And we then complete the program with a self-assessment as well as another 360 review. So now that we've spoken about the program structure and the high-level curriculum, let's talk a little bit more about e-coaching. So e-coaching is an internally built technology designed and developed by our team of certified coaches using different adult learning methodologies and proven concepts of coaching, neuroscience, and positive psychology to really empower leaders to arrive at their own insights and conclusions. So rather than just throwing information at the learner, we're really prompting them to think about things and reflect on different scenarios so that they're arriving at new perspectives and insights on their own. So e-coaching has a variety of different tools throughout the program. We use self-assessments to help measure where they're at and how they're developing. We use coach insights, which are recorded by our team of certified coaches. We have frameworks, videos, and activities. And most importantly, we have these the personalized reflection and personalized challenges and commitments. So to see that a little bit more clearly, let's jump into an e-coaching module. So the one we're looking at here is what is coaching and what is it not? So as an example, we prompt the leader to think about different scenarios that they've been in the workplace. So we have here, think about a time at work when you have felt supported and empowered by someone. What was that situation and what words, actions, or behaviors made you feel that way? Then we ask them to think about a time when they felt completely unsupported, defeated, and unmotivated to perform at work and what made them feel that way. And by really taking them into these different situations, it really helps them to, really distinguish like, oh yeah, these are the things that make me feel supported and empowered. These are the things I need to adopt as a leader with my own team members. And when they get there on their own, rather than being told that this is what they should do, they're a lot more committed to the action steps and to the outcome because they've really made that realization themselves. Every e-coaching program also finishes again with a little self-assessment as well as some commitments that they made from that module. So we asked them, what was your biggest lesson? And what will you start doing differently today based on what you learned here? We then provide them with a coaching challenge as well as some additional resources here in case they want to dive deeper into that topic. And so by using this e-coaching technology as well as the one-on-one coaching, we're able to make the program a lot more scalable and affordable than it otherwise would be. So traditionally coaching has really been reserved for the C-suite, and because of this hybrid, we're actually able to roll it out on a much wider scale and provide this program at half the cost that it would be if you did it one-on-one with an in-person coach. As you can see from some of the data here, this is just relating to the module I showed you. So 0% of leaders felt clear about the qualities that are required to effectively coach, and 36% understood how to use and apply coaching skills at work before they started this program. And when they finished the program, 64% of leaders felt extremely clear, an additional 27% felt somewhat clear, and 100% understood how to use and apply coaching skills at work. You can also see some of the commitments and insights that the leaders have arrived at. And so this e-coaching technology alone has a really powerful impact. But to really deepen that even further, that's when we bring in the one-on-one coaching, and the leaders one-on-one coaching sessions really help them to consolidate their learning and apply the insights and commitments that they're arriving at throughout the program. So we've spoken a little bit about the user experience for each participant, but how about for the organization? We realize that as your leaders go through this program, we're collecting some really valuable insights and data that we want to share with you so that you can use that in order to continue to make improvements throughout your organization and see what's really happening beneath the surface. So for the organization, we start with a kickoff call to really make sure that we're aligned with the vision and the goals for the program, make sure we're communicating it properly to the leaders that are going through it. And then as they go through the program, we provide reports, which include themes and insights from the modules and the coaching sessions that the leaders are doing. We also provide tracking dashboards, and then we have a final feedback and completion session where we also strategize with you how we can make sure that these new skills and coaching qualities that your leaders have developed are really sustained and nurtured in the organization. So, this isn't a program that your leaders do and then you never really hear from us again. We work really, really closely with every organization we work with to make sure that we're a partner and that we're strategically implementing all of these new lessons that that your leaders are learning, and making sure that the coaching culture is really being fostered throughout the organization. So to take a quick look at those reports that we send you throughout the program, these reports are quite extensive. They include progress and completion updates, as well as the module before and after scores, so that you can see how your leaders are developing from the online modules and their coaching session, the 360 scores, as well as trends, insights, and recommendations. So we might see that, hey, 80% of your leaders feel really unrecognized in the work that they're doing right now. What can we do about that? And as I said, we'll partner with you to really make sure we're implementing strategies so that we can really address some of those key concerns, not just for each individual leader, but for the organization at large. What can you expect the impact to be on your organization? Well, first things first, you will finish with very well-trained and equipped managers really leading the organization and ensuring that you don't fall victim to that 12-year gap that so many organizations do. With really well-equipped and supported leaders, you can expect to see much higher levels of retention and engagement and really enhanced team dynamics. We see really huge positive implications on fulfillment, not just for the leaders that go through this program, but for the team members of those leaders as well, because these leaders are now supporting their team members, helping develop those team members, and really recognizing the individual differences and preferences of each individual team members. So by the end of the program, you'll have an organization with great leaders, stronger team dynamics and retention, and drastically improved employee engagement. And of course, we will continue to work with you to make sure that it doesn't stop there and that we continue to see these positive changes throughout the organization far into the future. I would like to also mention that this program is accredited by the International Coaching Federation. So if leaders that go through the program would like that to count towards a formal certification, that is absolutely possible as well. So I hope you enjoyed this quick demo. Please reach out to us if you have absolutely any questions, and we look forward to continuing the conversation. Thank you.